Hello, it is Topical Tuesday, April 19th, 2022. Steve Sipress here, apparently in the shade. Towards the end of the day, as the sun is setting behind me over the mountains, and soon a big, beautiful moon will be appearing over said mountains. So I hear a lot about this here on Topical Tuesday, where I talk about an issue in the news and usually related to a business lesson, important business lesson today from what's happening at the U.S. southern border, where I hear all about how, it's open border. It's open border. I hear the complaint from the illegal immigration side of things that, it's open borders, open borders. Now, the pro-illegal immigration side is happy with the border policy, but some of them still maintain, it's that, they try and make up an excuse like it's not open borders because, there's border patrol, apprehends them before they what? Fly them all over the country to anywhere they want to go. They give them free bus tickets, free plane tickets. They give them food, water, shelter, medical care. Kids in cages are reading coloring books and playing with toys that, of course, they would never dream of in their third world hellhole countries they come from in South America. So how is this open borders at all? How does that describe open borders? Here, let me describe open borders. Here in the U.S., the open borders we have are inside the country, right? In between states. So, for instance, there's a border between states, isn't there? There's a border between this state, Arizona, and our neighbor, New Mexico. There's a border between Arizona and Nevada, Arizona and California. Those are borders. There's a border between counties. There's a border between cities, between towns, right? You want to go from Phoenix to Tempe, well, there's a border. However, those are open borders. In other words, my beautiful wife, Michelle, moved, almost over 6 years ago from Illinois down to here in Arizona. We drove, and we crossed a whole bunch of borders that were open. We passed from Illinois into Missouri, and we passed into, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, all kinds of borders and all kinds of town borders that we crossed. You see on the side of the road a sign that says, welcome to this city, population, whatever, and then welcome to the next one. Those are open borders. You pass freely through them, they're open. Our nation, our southern border of our nation, not an open border. You get stopped when you cross over the bridge, or you cross over the river, or you cross over whatever, unless you, illegally, surreptitiously cross over. And I guess they call those the getaways, the gotaways, whatever they call them, the real criminals that don't want to get caught. But millions, the vast majority, I believe, obviously there's no way to absolutely track it, but, millions of people a year now are being, quote, apprehended. So how's that an open border? They're apprehended. Like I said, I'm not apprehended when I go from Arizona to New Mexico. I'm not apprehended when I go from Phoenix to Tempe. I'm not apprehended when I cross the George Washington Bridge from New York City to New Jersey. I'm not apprehended. There is no apprehension. And when they get me out there, our southern border here, where you have to pay the drug dealers and the cartels big money to cross, but they don't really give you like food and water, or people wander and get lost or whatever. So the Border Patrol gives them water, gives them food. Nobody gave me water when I crossed from the Arizona border to New Mexico. I'm pretty sure there might have been a truck stop that my beautiful wife Michelle and I stopped at, and we probably had to go in, and if we wanted water, I have a feeling we had to pay for it. Now, I digress, but now that I think about it, unless you're in California, where you can steal up to $900 worth of stuff a day, and that's perfectly legal. So I guess there are places you don't even have to pay for water or food or anything. But I digress. Nobody gave us food. Nobody gave us medical attention. Nobody put us in a tent or a house or whatever you want to call it from the border and gave the kids coloring books and toys and food and medical attention. Like, that's not an open border. That's better than an open border. You actually get incentivized to cross our southern border without being invited. That's better than an open border. An open border would mean you just cross over and good luck. I hope you brought food and water. Hope you got shelter. Hope you're protected from the elements and from criminals and from whatever. And I hope you brought books and toys and games for the kids because you're not getting any from us. That would be open borders. No, this is better than open borders. Hey, please come to the U.S. because the taxpayers, us, we are going to give you lots of free stuff. We'll give you toys and games for the kids and food and medical attention and airfare anywhere you want to go. Just tell us where you know somebody or where you have family and we'll give you a free bus ticket, free airplane ride. Like, you kidding me? When I don't remember a time that I got a free airline tickets other than, when I'm flying because of an employer or a client or a job, or I'm speaking at an event and they pay for my hotel and airfare and whatever, but still somebody's paying for it other than the government. This is people they don't have a job, they're not speaking at an event, they don't have an employer paying for it, it's a taxpayer paying for it. Free airline, free bus tickets with food and water and shelter and on and on. So, the business lesson, what's the business lesson, you may ask, is I often hear when I quiz business owners, and I can stump them with a simple question, when I talk about the power of a guarantee in marketing. There's almost nothing more powerful to make your offer irresistible than a guarantee. Company I'm working with now, I took months, but I'm used to it. They don't listen to anything I say. It took months. Finally, they listened, or they listened here and there to stuff, but they finally listened, the most important thing at all, to put a guarantee into their marketing, into their offer, and boom, things exploded. They actually told me that emails to their list, about 10,000 people on the list, were getting a 1% open rate, and as soon as they used guarantee and they introduced that in the email, got a 35% open rate. Now, are you going to increase the response to your messaging by 35 times just by including a guarantee? Maybe more, maybe a little less. Not likely you're going to lower the response. Very likely, and in my experience of decades of doing this, of helping business owners make money, using a guarantee is fantastic. But here's the thing. Here's where I stump the business owner. I say, wow, do you have a guarantee? They're like, sure, we have a money-back guarantee. I'm like, it's the best you can do? They're like, what could be better than that? It's 100% money-back guarantee. I'm like, what could be better than that? Look at our southern border. Like I just said, free is open borders. It's going from New Mexico to Arizona. That's free. You get nothing. It's great. It's free. What's better is getting paid. So better than a 100% money-back guarantee is, how about a 200% money-back guarantee? There you go. That's better. How about, if you're not satisfied, if you don't get the result, if you don't whatever, we'll give you double your money back. We'll give you triple your money back. At events, my mentor, Dan Kennedy's famous guarantee at his events was, come to the event, pay the money for the ticket and the airfare and the hotel, whatever, and if you are not happy with the event, you come up to me personally at the lunch break on the first day and you tell me you have not already gotten your money's worth from just the first morning of this 3 or 4 day event, I will give your money back for the ticket, and I'll give you up to $500 in documented travel and hotel expenses. That's better than a money-back guarantee, and I can go on and on and on. So get creative with your business. Think about our southern border. That is better than an open border for the illegal entrants. Oh, I'm sorry, the pro-illegal immigration side goes, well, it's not illegal. They have the right to claim asylum, even how fraudulently and obviously fraudulently they're claiming it. They have the right to claim the asylum, and then they'll just appeal it for years and years and years. And by that time, they've had kids that are now American citizens, and so now they're going to get to stay, and they're going to get welfare, and they're going to get, because the illegal immigrants technically aren't able to get welfare, but I know people who work in these government offices, and they tell me there's like a don't ask, don't tell policy, or a don't ask policy, whatever it is, like not allowed to ask if they're an illegal immigrant. So, of course, illegal immigrants come in and get welfare. But even though they're not allowed to get lots of the benefits of welfare once they have kids, well, now the kids can get free food from the government under the food programs, and they get free education and medical care. They don't get health, quote, insurance, which, don't get me started, is not insurance, that it pays for routine office visits and such. But all they have to do is go to an emergency center and of a hospital, and here in the U.S., They don't turn away people that come into the emergency center. So anyway, better than open borders is come across the border uninvited with a fraudulent claim of that you're persecuted somewhere just because you, of course, want to come, who doesn't, want to come to America, the freest, most open, most melting pot, non-racial, non-discriminatory country in the history of the earth. So, of course, immigrants and minorities want to come to America like crazy. It's the most non-racist country in the history of the world, unlike the yeehaws who think it's racist, but obviously was racist. Would millions of minorities be doing anything they can, risking their life, paying everything they have, leaving everything behind to get here? Ask yourself that one. Anyway, think next time you're putting together a guarantee. 100% money back, is that the best you can do? That's like an open border between Arizona and New Mexico. Not that big a deal. It's great. But how about, think about the southern border. It's not just open. It's better than open. Lots of incentives and lots of free benefits. So better than 100% money back guarantee, 125% money back guarantee, 200% money back guarantee, 300% money back guarantee. You get the point. That's the business lesson on Topical Tuesday. Next time you hear people claim we have open borders on the southern border, like, guess again. We have an open border between your town and your neighboring town. Our southern border, much more welcoming than just an open border. Remember that in your business and be much more than just basically welcoming to your prospects to become your clients, patients, customers, members, whatever they are to you. And that'll do it for Topical Tuesday. Thanks for being here today. As the sun sets in the west, I'll be back here again tomorrow. On World Wide Web Wednesday, I'll have a tip to help you make money using the internet. I'll catch you then. Over and out. Bye-bye.